Well, welcome everyone joining us today to celebrate the opening of the Constance Chiang Pan Anthropology Reading Room. Yeah. It's so wonderful to see all of you here together, especially our very special guests, Chancellor Lyons, and Constance and Stephen Pan and their family and friends. On behalf of the Anthropology Department, it's my great pleasure to host this gathering to celebrate Constance and Stephen with deep appreciation for all you do for us and for the campus. We are grateful for Constance's commitment to anthropology, including the creation of this beautiful space, but also the Constance Chiang Pan Undergraduate Anthropology Scholarship. Along with our gratitude to Constance and Stephen, I would like to start with a very brief thank you to a few folks that have worked tirelessly to make this space a reality. First, we owe a big shout out to our amazing department staff, particularly David Kim, our department manager, as well as Brenda Rojas and Megan Ogburn. To Andrew Suskin, our facilities project manager, for literally handling all of the small and big details of our refurbishment. Thank you. As well as Assistant Dean Brian Joseph and Maria Garcia Alvarez, Director of Space Planning. We also owe thanks to our faculty committee that first envisioned the plan on the new reading room and collaborative space, especially Rosemary Joyce, Marianne Fermé, Stefania Pandolfo, and Corey Hayden, and to our former chair, Charles Hirschkin, and Jun Sunseri, and our many graduate students that, as some of you know, were able to articulate the value of retaining a large portion of historical books and volumes during the transition from our circulating library. We've kept 20,000 volumes from our library. We are grateful to Dean Raka Ray for her unfailing support. And we owe great thanks to Chancellor Emerita Carol Christ. For her vision of the reading room and her support of the department in thick and thin. I also thank Eric Leto, Director of Development, for his help on this project. He's hiding in the back. As Constance knows, our anthropology students are special, just like she is. Constance was an undergraduate student at Cal who majored in both economics and anthropology, and there aren't a lot of anthro-econ double majors. It's a unique combination, and at the same time, it perfectly exemplifies how so many students of anthropology excel thinking uniquely and innovatively. One of the reasons that our undergraduate major is highly diverse by all measures, that's one of the reasons. Over 43% of declared anthropology majors are identified as underrepresented minority groups. 32% of our majors are from Asian American and Pacific Islander groups, and we are among the top majors for students identifying as non-binary. The diversity of students we serve beyond our major echoes the diversity of students who opt to major in anthropology, with a high proportion of first-generation college students, dual majors, primary caregivers, first-generation speakers of English, and first-generation immigrants. Anthropology really is a safe and welcoming home for UC Berkeley students to thrive. Our students are deeply curious about cultures, economies, and societies, past and present, health and human evolution. Most are engaged in heavy issues of gender, sustainability, racial inequality, and social justice. The past couple years, I have asked our graduating students as chair what they want to do with what I call their anthropology superpowers when they graduate. Some of our students go on to become successful anthropologists, but the majority of our graduates go on to second degrees and careers in business, tech, medicine, and law. But all of our students voice a deep desire and a commitment to do good, to take what they have learned and make change in the world. They are inspired to take up this goal through working with our exceptional anthropology faculty that continue to lead and push the boundaries of inquiry and research in the field at the best university in the world. Constance and Stephen, your philanthropy will directly enhance our students' daily experiences by creating a lasting space where they can study, learn, and connect with each other and our faculty. What is more, this is a unique opportunity to create a welcoming and vibrant hub for students across the social sciences, and in doing so, to broaden students' horizons by exposing them to the discipline of anthropology. We've created a beautifully renovated area to gather and study, a place to house an invaluable collection of historic anthropological volumes, a selection of emeriti books that you see on this section, and the UC Berkeley Folklore Archive that'll be coming soon here within the year. We have equipment and space for individual and group meetings with our wonderful librarian, Michelle McKenzie, who's here hiding. We've created an advanced AV system to host visiting speakers, a state-of-the-art conference room for remote global collaborations, and an innovative learning studio for small group student learning and community engagement. This infrastructure will allow us to create innovative installations led by faculty and students, like the mini exhibit that you can see near the pillar there in the glass cabinet that was created by Professor Lori Wilkie and our honors thesis student Blake Palmer, that's here with us today, that examines the materialization of the Chinese diaspora in the mid-20th century through the restaurant wares of the F.S. Louis Company. It's also a place to develop student-led initiatives like the new handprint undergraduate journal with our leadership committee here, our editorial team here today, and also a place for groups, student groups like the Anthropology Undergraduate Association with our president and co-president here today as well. So Constance and Stephen, we cannot thank you enough for your support and belief in this vision and helping us to support the next generation of global anthropology citizens. We are so fortunate, Constance, to count on you as our alumni, but also so grateful for your dedication to the Department of Anthropology. Thank you. So I'll turn things over to our Dean, Dean Raccaray.
This is what happens when you're 5'1". You always have to adjust the microphone down. Good afternoon, everyone. It is wonderful to see so many of you here, so many friends of Berkeley Anthropology gathered here today. Constance, Stephen, thank you. Thank you for this extraordinary gift, and thank you for your enduring commitment to this great university. I want to talk a little bit about why this space and this discipline, and indeed the social sciences, matters so profoundly, especially now. In an era of unprecedented technological change, it's not surprising that we seek renewed clarity on what truly matters, the human element. While algorithms can optimize, they cannot explain the why behind our choices, values, and societies. That is the work of the social sciences. Every algorithm, every innovation, it's all rooted in human decisions, human values, human societies. The question is whether we understand ourselves well enough and wisely enough to guide that advancement well. And that's why the social sciences have never been more critical. Berkeley Social Sciences is home to 15 departments and programs consistently ranked amongst the nation's best. We are committed to addressing society's most pressing challenges through rigorous scholarship and innovative solutions. And among our exceptional departments, anthropology stands out for something rare and essential, and very, very Berkeley. It refuses to accept conventional perspectives. It asks fundamental questions about what's really going on in human societies, reveals the deep features of how we organize our lives together, and pays keen attention to marginalized peoples and alternative ways of being in this world. Berkeley Anthropology has always been at the forefront of this work. This department relentlessly pursues new ways of understanding human societies and preserves knowledge we desperately need about cultural diversity, social change, and what makes us human across time and space. The Constance Chiang Anthropology Reading Room serves as a gateway to this knowledge. But its purpose, as Sabrina referred to, I think, is even more profound. It's a vital sanctuary on our campus. It's a welcoming home where students can build a community as they engage with their studies. Ultimately, It's a physical declaration that understanding people is and always will be the heart of this university. And here's what makes it especially powerful. It draws in students who might not otherwise have any exposure to anthropology. A student seeking a quiet place to study stumbles upon shelves of ethnographies. Someone waiting for a class in the Anthropology and Art Practice building browses a book and discovers a new way of seeing. This space invites curiosity from students across campus, whether they're here for a class, exploring a minor, or simply discovering what anthropology has to offer. Constance, I know your love for anthropology runs deep. Your connection to this discipline, your appreciation for what it reveals about human experience, that passion is evident in this gift. Stephen, your partnership in bringing this vision to life means the world to us. Together, the two of you have created something that will endure and will shape young minds and hearts for generations to come. This reading room is more than a collection of books. It's a statement about what we value: human understanding, intellectual curiosity, and the kinds of knowledge we need to help us navigate an increasingly complex world. So, Constance and Stephen, we thank you from the bottom of our hearts for this investment in a wiser, more humane future. And now it's my pleasure to turn the podium over to our Chancellor, Rich Lyons.
Thank you, Raka. Thank you, Sabrina. Thank you, Constance and Stephen. So many of the things that Raka just said, a sanctuary on our campus, and boy, do we need them, right? In our world and on our campus. A new way of seeing. Somebody used a phrase with me recently, that ongoing sense of knowledge as emancipation, right? These are the things we do here. They're the things we're proud of. They're the things that bind us as a community. They are fundamental things. Let me start off with a story. It's a story about a plant and how one student is changing our understanding of it. If you were to search online for the blue lotus, you would find teas, you would find oils, elixirs, and other products claiming to improve your sleep, your immunity, mood, connection to spirit, even your sex drive. But Liam McAvoy was skeptical. Is the blue lotus advertised online today the same one that was used in ancient Egypt? Liam, who is majoring in anthropology and minoring in Egyptology, has spent much of his time at Berkeley studying this plant. Liam is in the room, I believe, right over here. There we go, Liam. He has examined hieroglyphs and other artifacts at the Hearst Museum of Anthropology to understand how it was consumed thousands of years ago. He collaborated with Berkeley chemists to compare the composition of a legitimate living plant to dried petals he had purchased on Etsy and discovered they are not the same. And he investigated whether the plant's psychedelic elements could be extracted the way Egyptologists have long thought, by soaking it in red wine. Spoiler alert, the answer is not exactly. But not only did Liam confirm his skepticism, the fundamental thing of skepticism, right, that we don't subscribe simplistically to narratives, right, that we take things issue by issue. He's adding nuance to long-held understandings about ancient Egypt. Liam's story is a powerful example, one of many, of what a student can accomplish, especially when they have access to the right resources. And that's why we're here today, to celebrate the opening of this Constance Chiang Pan Anthropology Reading Room. I used to study in this library. It looked different. I'm just being honest, okay? I lived close. This was one of my closest libraries. It was different. I love this. Community is at the heart of both the anthropology discipline and the wonderful department that we all share. Yet spaces that are dedicated to specific communities on campus are, in fact, rare. This reading room marks a milestone in creating a center of academic life for our anthropology students, a place that sparks curiosity and collaboration, whether they use this reading room as a tranquil space for study and reflection, a gathering place for meetings and workshops, or a source of their research materials. It is, above all, their home. What's more, the reading room opens up possibilities for greater community engagement. We can now welcome more students from across the social sciences. This room will be packed during finals, of course, and we hope and expect it to draw students in other majors to anthropology throughout the year. Constance and Stephen, you have supported UC Berkeley for years. From the bottom of your heart, from athletics to scholarships to the library, as well as provided leadership to the UC Berkeley Foundation, the Berkeley Club of Taiwan, among many other areas. This investment in Berkeley anthropology will serve to further strengthen and sustain its longstanding excellence in the nation and the world. Thank you for giving back to the department from which you graduated, Constance, and to both of you for your enduring commitment to your alma mater. I couldn't be more thrilled about our partnership, and thanks to all of you for being here.
Thank you so much, Chancellor Lyons. Well, I'd like to bring up our special guests, Constance and Stephen Penn. We have a small gift from the Anthropology Department to give you as well. Poor Constance, putting her on the spot. This is, and you can take a look at it. Oh, it's a Native American blanket made from a West Coast Native American artist. So hopefully not too heavy to take home. Thank you. Thank you. So I'll turn things over to maybe Constance to say a few words. Hi, Constance. You have a big fan. The biggest fan.
I rarely speak in public, so I'll just give it a go here. Chancellor Rich Lyons, Chancellor Emerita Carol Chris, Anthropology Chair, Sabrina Aguel, Dean Rucker-Ray, distinguished faculty administrators, Cal classmates and family. I'm so honored to be here today at the grand opening of the Constance Chiang Pan Anthropology Reading Room for anthropology students and the university community for research and collaborative learning. And I'm so deeply appreciative, and my thanks to Chair Sabrina Aguel and her department for working tirelessly on her vision in creating a wonderful and inviting environment for all. I was an anthropology and economics major at Cal, and I feel now more than ever the importance of social sciences in the ethical framework of AI development. I am so proud to be a Cal alumni at the #1 public university in the country and to be active in our Berkeley Club of Taiwan, which is part of the International Alumni Network, where we engage with our Taiwan alumni by hosting events that connect alumni with each other into UC Berkeley. And I want to thank Florence Gabrielle Julian for her guidance and support of our club. And I give a shout out to Andy Wu, our Alumni Programs Chair, who came in from Taiwan. My involvement with the anthropology department began when I was a Cal Social Ambassador through their 10-year platform program, and for the inaugural UC Berkeley crowdfunding, I supported the Phoebe Hearst Museum Anthropology Project the doctor is in, and that was on October 15, 2025, exactly 10 years ago. And that led to co-sponsoring an exhibit at the museum and establishing an endowed undergraduate scholarship for anthropology students. All of this would not be possible without the steadfast and generous support from my husband and economics classmate, Stephen Pan, and his beloved father, S.R. Pan, whose educational foundation funded the refurbishment of the Anthropology Reading Room, contributed an endowment for the Anthropology Department, and created the S.R. Pan Family Lounge for the Carol T. Chris Center for Connected Learning. Stephen once remarked to our Cal classmates, "My girlfriend is an anthropology major, so I should become more interesting to her as I grow older." Yes, Stephen, I just want to assure you that you are still interesting to me. Thank you, everyone, for coming today, and I am so grateful to you all. Alex, go Bears? Go Bears. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Well, thank you, everyone. Thank you so much, Constance and Stephen. Please enjoy the rest of the party. Have some more refreshments, wine, food. Thank you all for coming. Thank you so much.